the big talking point, of course, Chelsea losing at Stamford Bridge against Spurs by 3-1. Conte's side now 8 points adrift at the top four. That's done, isn't it, Craig? Obviously. Done and dusted. Any hopes of qualifying for the Champions League are done. But I suppose the big question is, how have they fallen so far, so quickly, when you compare where they were this time last season?
Personnel, man management, throw it all in there. And by the way, they're going to end up in the dreaded Europa League as well.
Yep.
Mind you, he's not bothered because he'll be shoving that onto somebody else.
No doubt he's leaving, obviously.
Yes, he's going Thursday night. Somebody else can have that.
But they weren't that bad. Like in the first half,
they're not.
They had chances. They looked all right.
No.
But the problem is once the Harrison goal went in and they went behind, then in the second half, you just didn't feel there was any sort of comeback.
But I mean, if you got guys that played for Real Madrid and Juventus like Morata, if you get Eden Hazard, who's allegedly on the list of Real Madrid, if you've got N'Golo Kante, the list goes on. And then Willian, I mean, surely you're going to be expected to be not bad.
Yeah.
The problem is the guys that have come in the summer haven't been up to. I mean, I know Morata got a goal, but he's on his backside half the first half again. Goes back to Costa in the summer. If you text message a player to tell him you're not wanted, right? First of all, you don't do it to a youth team player, a reserve team player, or any player. But if you're going to treat somebody like that, you're damn well sure you've got your man lined up to replace him. He didn't, and that was absolute folly back then. Let's
talk about Morata, Ali, because as Craig said, he got his goal early as well, and you're thinking, right, now we can kick on. But he just seemed, his touch, as Craig said, he spent a lot of time on the ground. I think everyone championed his cause when he came here, when we talked about Lukaku or Morata, but he just hasn't lived up to it, has he?
Well, we championed his cause. Manchester United initially was championing his cause as well because he seemed to be the first choice. Everybody was after Morata. He was a hot commodity. And what we had seen from him, both at Real Madrid and Juventus, was a guy that coming off the bench was productive, was scoring goals. So the assumption was, well, now that he's going to be the guy, we will see the same level of skill over a long period of time, and so therefore the productivity will go up. Well, we were wrong. We were wrong. Because what happened is that when he became the guy, the shirt got a little tight. Yeah. And when the expectations and the questions became more and more about, why are you not scoring? Why are you not scoring? Yeah. Why are you not scoring? He had no answers. And the confidence went, and he went very quickly. The difference between one of these guys and the real top-tier strikers is that they maybe ask those questions, and then they come back and score in bunches. We have been expecting Morata to come back and score in bunches, and it hasn't happened.
Wrong place, wrong time, or not as good as we thought?
Who, Morata? Well, you can only assume wrong place. Not as good as we thought, sorry.
That assumption changed.
One of the two.
I'm just thinking, listen, I understand. You start the season fantastically well. You've got the confidence of the manager. Everything's going great. You then have this ding in your confidence. And it's about responding to that. And the old cliche is, oh, you just need one to come off the knee. You just need one to come off the backside. Or you need the goalkeeper to come at one and flap, and you head it in the back of the goal. And you build on that. Yet you don't see that from Alvaro Morata. So regardless of what league you're playing in, if you can't build on those gifts, then I'm sorry. You're just not good enough.
I actually think he's a very, very good player. But boy, he needs to toughen himself up. He really needs to take a look at himself and toughen himself up. It was clear what Tottenham were doing to him. They were saying, Sanchez and Vertonghen were saying, we're going to back ourselves. If you try and run in behind, we're going to back ourselves or our full-backs to tuck round. But whenever that ball goes short into your feet, whether it was a two centre-halves or a midfielder or whatever, bang. They were right up behind them. They were trying to nick the ball in front of him. They were getting physical with him. OK, they might have given the odd foul away. But that was their ploy straight away. When the ball goes into his feet, anywhere in the field, get in there tight. And if he wants to spin and run in behind, then we'll back ourselves. And he couldn't handle it.
But the thing is, you don't play for Real Madrid, you don't play for Juventus, you don't play for Chelsea unless you're a very good player. I think Alvaro Morata is a very good player, potentially. The trouble is, he's never been the man until now. It's one thing coming off the bench, it's one thing playing a role for these other clubs, as big as they may be, as big a stage as it may be on, is another being the man at a club with expectation. Chelsea, maybe not the expectation of a Juventus or Real Madrid, but a lot of expectation. And he hasn't handled it.